Hello everyone, my name is Eniola Omowumi, and today I'll be presenting on configuring IMAPS and DNS protocols with a focus on securing their configurations. IMAP stands for Internet Message Access Protocol Secure. It is used for securely retrieving emails from mail servers using SSL and TNS encryptions, which operates over port 993. IMAPS provides encrypted communications between email clients and servers, ensuring that data remains secure during transit, which is very important in the cyber landscape. To set up IMAPS, we will use Dovecot. Excuse my pronunciation of it. Dovecot is a popular email servers application on Linux. First, we install it with the command sudo apt install Dovecot imapd Dovecot-core. Then we configure it to listen for port 993 and enable SSL in the configuration files. After we start and enable the service to ensure that it runs on boot, and finally we verify that IMAP is listening on port 993 using the command nmap-p 993 localhost. Securing our IMAP configuration is very crucial to prevent unauthorized access. First, we start by disabling weak SSL and TNS protocols like SSL version 2 or SSL version 3, which is outdated and unsecure. Next, we enforce the use of strong ciphers to ensure that data encryption is robust. Finally, we limit access by IP using firewall rules, allowing only trusted IP addresses to connect into the servers or into our machines. DNS or domain name system translate domain name into IP addresses, directing internet traffic to the correct destination. It operates over port 53, and it is essential for navigating in the web. Configuring DNS on Windows. For our DNS setup on Windows, we use IIS. We begin by installing DNS role using Server Manager. Then we move on. We configure the DNS to listen on the default port 53, ensuring that it accepts queries. Lastly, we start the DNS servers and verify that it is used and verify it using Nmap to ensure it's correctly set up. On to the next slide. To enhance our security, our DNS setup on IIS. First, we always must do this three things: disable, enable, and restrict. What's disable? We disable recursion, preventing the servers from revolving queries it is not authoritative for, reducing the risk of cache poisoning attacks. Enable. We enable DNS SEC to add an extra layer of security by signing DNS data, protecting against data tampering. Restrict. Finally, restrict. We restrict zone transfer to a specific IP address, limiting who and who can request full DNS data copies. Remember, always remember those three things: disable, enable, restrict. Next, we configure the DNS on Linux using blind. First, we installed blind using sudo apt install blind 9. Then we configure blind to listen on port 53 by editing the configuration file named config.option. Then after configuration, we start and enable the blind service. Then using Nmap, we verify if it's listening on port 53. On to the next slide. To secure our blind configuration, we disable the reclusion to prevent unauthorized queries similar to ISS. Then we use access control list or ACLS or ACL to define who can interact with our DNS servers. Finally, we implement DNSSEC, which secures signatures to our DNS data, ensuring its integrity. Thank you very much. I hope this presentation has given you a brief overview of how to configure IMAPS and DNS protocols. On the last slide, these are the list of my references that was used in this presentation. You can feel free to look them up so you can get a more better view of the IMAPS and DNS protocols for both Linux and Windows.